I'm Andrea Giles, and you're listening to the Heal from Infidelity podcast, episode number 177, Why Those Who Invest in Themselves Heal Faster. Hello, and welcome to the Heal from Infidelity podcast, where courageous women learn not only to heal from their spouse's betrayal, but to become the boldest, truest, most decisive, and confident versions of themselves ever. If you know there's more for you than the life you're currently living, but don't quite know how to get there, you are in the right place. Stick around to learn how to create a life that will knock your own socks off. Is it possible? It is, and I'm here to show you how. I'm your host, Andrea Giles. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Hello, welcome back to another episode. So glad to have you here today. Today we're going to be talking about something that might be a little uncomfortable: investing in yourself. I can tell you that from the very beginning of my coaching journey, when I became a coach, I knew that I did not want to go alone. I knew that there were people out there who knew so much more than me about how to do the things that I wanted to do. We do live in an age when we can look up all kinds of things. There's so much information at our fingertips. And I know many who have tried to build businesses, for this example, and struggled. And what I have learned, and what I am grateful to Andrea, past Andrea, for, is that I have known from the beginning that investing in myself is the surest way to bet on me and on my success. I've done this when I have personal issues come up that I just need some support with. I've done this around financial issues when I have financial things to work through. And I've done that with my business. What I have learned from my own experience and from watching clients, from many years now of watching clients, of watching people who reach out and say, I'm really needing help, I really need help, and are unwilling, though, to take the leap, or they're trying to find the easiest way around it or the cheapest way through it, are the ones that years later are still struggling. What I know is that the people who actually get the transformation are the ones who go all in, including financially. If you have been hesitating to invest in your own healing and holding back and kind of patching things together, this episode is going to challenge how you see money, commitment, and growth. Stick around, okay? Stick around. Now, let's talk about the real reason you're scared to invest. There are many objections to investing in ourselves. Sometimes it is, what if I spend this money and don't follow through? I know this one. I know this struggle. Like, I'm paying this much money, and can I actually count on myself that I'm going to show up? I one time had a client ask me a question. She ended up joining the program, but she said, a tendency that I have is that I join things and then I jump in for a little while and then kind of phase myself out. And my challenge to her was, but why? Why do you believe that as just factual about yourself? And what if jumping into this and challenging that and teaching yourself another way is going to build the very trust in yourself that you really want and that you really need? And again, this person joined, okay? What if I spend this much money and don't follow through? It can feel scary to trust ourselves, to commit to something, knowing that we're going to be spending time, our precious, precious time, going in on ourselves. It can feel uncomfortable. Another common objection is, what if I don't get the outcome I want? This is a big one. We are really good at being the special unicorn. And let me tell you what I mean by that. We think that our situation is way more difficult or way more unique than everybody else's, and that surely this might work for this person, but not for me. Isn't that fascinating? I'm somehow different. I somehow have more problems than others. I'll tell you where this has shown up for me. I have invested heavily in business coaches and people that are running businesses the way I want to run my business, spent a lot of money on it. And a hang up that I have had is I don't know anyone else that has as many children as I do trying to do the things that I'm trying to do. And that has gotten in my head many times of, well, they don't have that many children calling them throughout the day, people needing things from them often, people getting married, children being born, kids at home, a toddler. They don't have all of that, right? While that might be factually true, what I have learned is that it's not useful for me at all, and it slows me down. What has been far more powerful for me is trusting that I am someone who can hold a lot. I have big shoulders. Last week I was meeting with one of my private clients and I got on and he said, I'm just wondering how you are. You hold a lot. You do a lot. And I thought it was very kind and very sweet and thoughtful. And my answer was, I'm doing the things that I want to do. I love what I'm doing. And therefore, rather than stopping doing the things that I love to do, it has forced me to grow my capacity. So when I have invested in these groups, what I've had to do is bet on myself that I can grow into the version that is able to hold a lot. I can do the things that I need to do for my business that drive it forward, and I can do the things that I need to do personally for myself to support me and for my family. This is how I determine that I get the outcome I want. It is not outside of me. It's all internal. Okay? Another thought is I shouldn't have to pay to heal. I should be able to do this on my own. And another follow-up thought is, why should I have to pay so much money for something that I didn't even do? Oh, I so understand this one. I didn't even do it. So I kind of resent that I have to pay for it. I want you to know that at the root of these questions is trusting yourself that the investment will be worth it, that you will be able to heal. It's about trust. It's about growing into self-trust. Part of it is recognizing that even though you did not cause this, you are the only one who can heal it. You are the only one. No one can do it for you. You are the only one that can fully step into owning that this is mine to heal. And I will do whatever it takes because it costs too much not to. A question I have for you is, do you believe you're the kind of person who will actually show up for your own healing if you go all in? Do you believe that about yourself? Yes or no, why or why not? I want you to check in with yourself. What I know is that the women who get the biggest results inside my groups, inside my work, are the ones who decide they are worth betting on. They know that they are sick and tired of feeling the way they are. They go all in, they show up to the calls, they do the work inside the portal, the self-study part, they ask questions, they get coaching. Those are the ones that get the results and they get them quickly because they decide that it's going to work. They decide it's going to work. It's not a matter of me convincing anybody of why it's going to work. It's them going, I have enough trust here with Andrea that I trust her. I trust this process. I'm going all in, and darn it, I'm going to make this be effective because I'm betting on me. It's going to work. They are the ones that fly. They succeed, and they succeed quickly. All right. The next piece I want to talk to you about is money as energy, and how you invest in yourself reflects your priorities. What we value, we put resources into, period, full stop. Okay? What things do you not hesitate at all to spend money on? Your kids, your house, your car, maybe your Starbucks, maybe getting your hair done, maybe getting your nails done, education, travel, right? But when it comes to you, something that is just for you, that's not as flashy as a new car or an amazing trip, suddenly it's too expensive and I don't want to spend the money. It's too expensive. That's sad, right? It's sad because why are the other things worth more than your wellness, your peace of mind? Why do they get more weight than you? If someone told you that in 1 year you could feel free, confident, at peace, grounded back into who you are, walking around not feeling like you want to shrink into the ground, walking around knowing that your relationship is better than it's ever been, or you are on your way out knowing that you are opening up space for the kind of relationship that just makes you sing, knowing that, trusting yourself again. What would that be worth to you? What would it be worth to you? I want you to know something. Money is just an energetic exchange. It is. If you think about money, it's very neutral. It's just a thing. But if we think of it as an energetic exchange, what it does is it reflects what you're ready to receive. It reflects what you're ready to receive. What we value, we pay for, and the more we are willing to invest, the more we are ready to receive. It's an energetic exchange. Like anything that you might invest in, you get what you pay for, right? And a lot of that is, there's two pieces to that. One is because the more that you invest, the more that you are going to be invested in it, right? If it's a $100 offer, something that you pay $100 for, you are going to show up much more casually, more than likely, to that $100 offer than you would to something that costs $10,000. With $10,000, you have more skin in the game. You're going, this is it. I'm not waiting around anymore. This is it. I'm going in, right? You're like, here we go. Let's go. Another piece of this is that you and your intuition, there are people listening to this right now that already know if something is right for you, whether it's me or somebody else. And your mind jumps in to overcomplicate it, to say, no, it's too expensive. No, it won't work for you. Something that I can't get on all the calls because of work or because of the time difference. So no, I'm just not going to do it. I could tell you that all of the calls are recorded. I could tell you that we have calls at different times that are live, where you get live coaching. I could tell you that you get to set up one-on-one calls with my amazing assistant coach. I can tell you all of these things, but our minds overcomplicate it and think that it's the features of the program that are going to ensure our success, rather than us deciding we're going to show up fully for all of it, that we're going to make it work, that we are priority enough to move things around, to get up early for a call, to stay up late for a call, that we're going all in. I have clients all over the world. All over the world. I have clients that show up on the calls in their middle of the night. Thinking of my Australian clients, middle of the night. I have clients in Africa. I have clients in the Philippines. I have clients in Europe. I have clients in Canada. They're all different time zones, and they prioritize these calls because they know that they are the healing balm to them, that this is where they get the real help in real time with stuff going on for them, and hear the stories of other people that are like them that they can use instantly. The exchange, the sacrifice of getting up, staying up late, doing what they need to do, is helping them to be able to actually make the changes that they want because they have skin in the game. They are immersing themselves in it, okay? If you keep treating your own healing like an afterthought that you will get to at some point, it will always be something you hope to do someday. I need to get to that. It'll be that kind of energy. Oh yeah, I do. I need to get to that. Now let's get to the high cost of staying stuck. If you think that investing in your growth is expensive, I want you to know what's more expensive. What is more expensive? I think it's way more expensive to have another year of feeling anxious and triggered and unsure of myself. I think that costs more. You cannot put a price on how much that costs. On going to meetings at work or being with your children and feeling small and feeling ashamed and feeling like you were wronged and feeling like you're never going to be the same again and feeling like your relationship will always hurt. Oh, that is painful. Oh, that is painful. That is very, very expensive. What else is expensive? The emotional toll of being in limbo. The emotional toll of being in limbo. Not knowing going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The impact on your relationships, in your career, in your self-trust, right? This really impacts everything. It impacts everything. I remember in my first marriage feeling like when things were going well in the relationship, everything else worked better. Everything else felt better. And when things were not going well, everything else felt not great. It did not matter what promotions he got, where we made more money. It didn't matter what amazing children we had and what their accomplishments were. When things were rocky in the relationship, when I felt like I couldn't trust him, and worse, when I felt like I couldn't trust myself, everything was harder. When we start to feel our feet back under our ground, like we are back in control, not from I need to control another individual, but because I am leading myself forward, everything gets better. Everything gets better. We know that we're going to be okay. Okay? We know that we're going to be all right. Another huge cost that cannot be overlooked is our kids. For those of you with children, kids don't just learn from what we tell them, they absorb what they see. They are little sponges. If they watch us and accept emotional neglect, betrayal, or lack of self-worth as normal, they internalize that as normal, that this is just normal. This is just the way it is. We pick that stuff up and we carry it as wounds, and we don't even know often they're wounds until it shows up when we have difficult things in our life and don't have the tools to handle. The patterns we don't heal, they will repeat, whether consciously or unconsciously, whether they are trying to reject the things that we do and say, I'm not going to do that, and then end up doing it anyway in other ways. A real question here, not to scare you, but to really ask you is, do you want your children to grow up and have the same struggles in love, trust, and self-worth that you do? Do you want that for your kids? I don't think so. And I don't think you want that for you either. I don't think you want that for you. The hard truth here, my friends, is that your healing is not just about you. It's not just about you. It's not just about you making your own life easier. It's about breaking the cycle so your children don't have to repeat it. I cannot tell you how many people I have worked with who watch their parents be unfaithful, their mothers, their fathers, their grandparents, where it's like a family legacy. And then their spouse does it or they do it. They said they weren't going to and they do. Or they say, I would never marry somebody like my father who cheated on my mother repeatedly, and then here they are. These are the cycles that have to be deeply looked at, deeply examined, so they can be broken. And what if you are the one to do it? You, so that your children won't have to. I want you to imagine your son or daughter in a relationship 10 or 20 years from now. Do you want them to stay in something painful, confused, and lost because they watched you be confused and lost? Or do you want them to grow up knowing what self-respect, clarity, and emotional freedom look like? I want you to know I am not saying these things to scare you or to manipulate in any way. This is real. We pass down what we do. We pass it down. Our kids watch and they learn and they normalize. They think it's normal and they don't know any different. Rather than hearing this as some kind of threat, I want you to hear it as truth and answer it honestly. If I assume that my kids are picking up, they know that I am torn up inside, even if I'm not saying it. They can feel it. They feel the energy. They know that I'm wrecked inside. They know that there's something not right. They know that I feel unsettled, and it creates some unsettled feelings in them because they don't understand it, but they can feel it. What is this worth to you? To show them healing, to show them honesty, to show them emotional resiliency, emotional grit? What is that worth to you? And what is it costing your children and the people closest to you if you keep delaying the decision to really own your own healing? The women and men who heal the fastest don't wait. Want to know what they do? They decide. They decide. Rather than waiting from like a sign from heaven, although I have had many people say that they knew that it was like a divine intervention thing, that they just knew. But for a lot of people, they don't. Rather than waiting for a sign, waiting for the stars to align, waiting for their time to be right, they decide, I am worth more than this hell that I am currently living in. I am worth more than this, and I'm over it, and I'm going to go all in. I'm going to go big. I see it all the time. The ones who make the fastest, deepest transformations are not the ones that are waiting on the sidelines till the time is right, till it's the perfect time. There is no such thing. They are the ones who feel the fear and do it anyway. They are the ones who stop overthinking and start moving, doing, going, showing up. They are the ones that trust that the money exchange will return, that they will be able to make it up. I want to talk about this. They can make up that money, but they cannot make up the time. They cannot make up lost time. Okay? When we invest in ourselves, even financially, what happens is we grow our own confidence. We grow our own ability to advocate for ourselves and ask for the things that we need. We grow our ability to go bolder. It is far reaching, which often translates to money. More confidence to ask for the promotion or to leave our job and go do something that we want to do, right? It is very far reaching. Asking for the things that we want in a divorce, if that's your situation, rather than I just got to get out so it can stop hurting, so I'll just take whatever. Okay? Trust that if you are going all in on your investing, that money will return to you. It's kind of a law. When we trust and go all in on something, it's going to return, but the time will not. If you are still here listening, part of you already knows this is true for you. Part of you is hearing this and feeling maybe a little annoyed, maybe a little irritated because you know that it's true. What would happen for you if you actually acted on that knowing and just trusted it and decided? Just decided. If this is speaking to you, I want you to sit with this question. Am I willing to stay in the same place for another year? Or is it time to go all in on myself? Is what I'm currently doing to help myself rapidly working, or is it kind of just slowly being useful? I've had so many people come into my program saying that they did lots of therapy and that it just kind of ran its course and felt slow. And this is for people who are ready to run, like ready to go all in and to get the things that they need so they can get on with their life. Healing does not just happen. It does not just happen. It is created by the choices that you make. Are you ready to make the choice that changes everything for you? I want you to know that this is not about pressure. It's not about pressure. It's about helping you see what's possible when you stop holding yourself back. I want you to imagine who you will be a year from now. How do you feel? What would that person tell you today? What would that person say to you? I recognize that this episode maybe stirred something in you. Maybe you've been feeling the pull for a while, knowing you really need to take a step, but fear keeps whispering, not yet. Not yet. So I'm going to ask you, how much longer are you willing to wait? How much more time are you willing to spend feeling stuck and triggered and uncertain? How much longer? Healing does not just happen. It's created by the choices you make. So here is my invitation. If you are ready to stop trying to figure this out alone, if you are ready to step into a space where real transformation happens, I invite you to apply for my 1-year group coaching program. This program is for women. It is called Get Your Life Back After Infidelity. Why? Because the women who commit to themselves at this level heal faster. They just do. I've seen it again and again and again. They stop circling the same painful thoughts. They learn how to trust themselves again. They break patterns so their children do not have to repeat them. And they walk away knowing that no matter what happens next, they are going to be okay. They are not attached to the outcome. They hope to avoid certain things, but they are not attached to it. They know that no matter what, they will be okay. If this speaks to you, I invite you to go to the show notes or go to my website, AndreaGiles.com, to the Work With Me tab and apply now. This is a high-level, intimate coaching experience, and I only allow people in who are ready for the work. You're ready. You hear this. You're hearing this message going, she's talking to me. This is for me. If you have felt that pull, I want you to trust it. Okay, that is your future self saying, please hear this and please bet on us and go. Do not let another year pass you by in the same pain. Okay, don't do it. Don't let another year pass you by in the same pain. It is not worth it. It is not worth it. Now, before we wrap this up, this program is for you. The ones that get the best results are those who are emotionally deep. You feel things deeply, you learn things deeply, and you're committed to personal growth. You seek structure and intellectual clarity in your healing journey. You want some structure. You want a path. You want something you can follow. You want transformational guidance, not just surface level advice. It needs to go deeper for you than surface level feel good stuff that you could look up anywhere on any internet search. You want to go deep. You value deep emotional work, but also logical frameworks. You are willing to invest in yourself and in your relationship. You are not interested in a quick fix, but you're using this space in your life for deep, meaningful transformation with a clear, structured approach. This is not for you if you are looking for a quick fix without deep commitment. This is not for you if you already rule yourself out as saying, yeah, probably, I don't know, my situation's different. They're talking in the groups about things that I can't really relate to, so it must not be for me. Okay, why is this not for you? Because the group coaching sessions are for anyone. Anyone can raise their hand and ask for anything. If you're not willing to raise your hand, you're not going to get your own coaching. Okay? So if you're not willing to take responsibility for your own healing, this might not be the best group. This is also not for people who are in really deep crisis. Okay, you might need help, like some of you who are having trouble eating, who are having trouble sleeping, who the infidelity may have created a mental health crisis for you. This program will be ready for you soon when you can feel a little bit more stable and ready to dig in deeper, but it might just be too triggering for you right now. And that's okay. We'll be here for you when you are ready, okay? The other piece here is this is for you if you are financially willing to figure it out and invest, okay? Now, if you are ready, if you're hearing this going, I'm in, I know that this is for me, I am ready. My invitation is to apply. You can go right over to AndreaGiles.com. You can look at my sales page. You can scroll down to the bottom and you can see exactly how much this program costs. You will not be surprised. The prices are right there. Okay? I want you to trust that the price matches what us coaches inside the program, myself and my assistant and the team members, what we are giving back. We are all in on you. We are all in from the day you join until the day you leave us. We care deeply about your transformation. We will be with you every step of the way. We recently upped the price because the price that was there did not reflect the value that my clients were being given. It did not reflect it. And now the price reflects it. We are deeply invested in you. The question is, are you deeply invested in you? I invite you to come. One more thing. For my clients that are listening that are not a fit for this program, whether it be that you want couples coaching or individual coaching, you men out there where I don't have a group for you, I invite you to keep listening, get on my email list. You can go to my website and get on my email list because there is something coming for you. I've got something coming up for you that is going to be so beneficial to you, that's going to help you so much. And it's coming. Make sure that you're following along so that you don't miss it. All right, thank you for being here. I know this was a little bit different than what my normal episodes are, but I felt very called to speak on this today because I know that there are so many of you listening that get so much value from this podcast and let time go by with this thought of like, this is how great this is helpful. I'll deeply apply all of it when I feel ready. I'm calling you out. Are you ready to apply the things that we talk about here, to learn more, to go deeper, to go deep into transformation and actually change your life? You are the ones I get so excited to work with. So excited. It lights me up. All right, thank you. And I cannot wait to read your application. I read through them all and make the decisions of who comes in and who doesn't. So I can't wait to read them, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Thank you for listening to the Heal from Infidelity podcast. If you would like to be kept in the know about upcoming free classes, new podcast episodes, and other ways of working with me, go subscribe to my weekly email. You can subscribe at AndreaGiles.com/lies-about-infidelity/. Again, it's AndreaGiles.com/lies-about-infidelity/. I will see you next time.